All right, we're rolling.
It's now time for a KBRF video sports streaming presentation. Today's game is brought to you by the Minnesota Motor Company and your Minnesota Motor Company halftime show. Lake Region Healthcare and your Lake Region Healthcare timeout. Park Region and your Park Region scoreboard. Nelson Auto Center.
1, 2. Test. Hey, welcome to some Otter hockey tonight on Real Rock Z103. Also streaming on the Fergus Now app and on the KBRF YouTube channel. Mark Johnson with our game side engineer and cameraman Dave Bishop. A big Section 6A game. Tonight here for the Otters. The Otter boys taking on the Little Falls. Should I start over? Or? What's it? All right, we're back at it here, and again, thanks for tuning in tonight. Again, Little Falls, they are 1-4 on the season, and the Otters are 2-5 thus far. So the Otters are coming off a 4-2 loss to Sauk Rapids Rice. That was a tough game down at Sports Arena East. The Otters pulled the goalie. They were down 3-2, just about had a chance to score late in that one, but ended up not getting that tying goal, and then an empty net goal for Sauk Rapids Rice. We are going to take a break, and we will hear from Otter head coach Mike Donahue as our pregame show continues.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top-quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Lake Region Healthcare joins you in shouting loud, cheering strong, and jumping for joy. Keeping our community healthy and spirited is the top priority at Lake Region Healthcare.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Ugstead Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Ugstead Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
Hi, I'm Heather Hickman, Executive Director for LB Homes in Fergus Falls. Seasons may change, but one truth remains: our compassionate, Christ-centered care at LB Browen Home. For over a century, we have served as His hands and feet. Every resident is welcomed as family, embraced with the dignity and kindness that Christ calls us to share. So whether you are seeking peace of mind or a trusted home for a loved one, you'll find it here. LB Browen Home, rooted in faith, serving with compassion, trusted for generations.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
For over 50 years, Ottertail Coaches has safely carried kids to school, to games, and back home again. Trusted by generations, they're proud to serve Fergus Falls and the surrounding area. Ottertail Coaches, safety, service, and dependability.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles to Quality Toyota to get a great deal, and we've done it 13 times.
Quality Toyota.
It's Otter hockey tonight on Real Rock Z103, also streamed on the Fergus Now app and on the KBRF YouTube channel, joined by Mike Donahue, head coach of the Otters. So, Mike, we're excited to get boys back on the air. We have a lot more games going on here now, too, but we lost one with the weather here this week, too, but coming in tonight without a day of practice, but maybe the kids get rested up.
Yeah, look at last week. It was supposed to be a busy 3-game week. You get to this week, it's supposed to be a busy 3-game week, and Mother Nature has other things in store for us, and all we can do is control what we can control, and went down to Sauk Rapids on Tuesday night. I thought we had a really good effort. Our guys competed hard. We played hard. Gave ourselves a chance with the goal we pulled to tie the game, and unfortunately we just weren't able to do it, and they send one down an empty netter to win 4-2.
So Sauk Rapids, too, they got a pretty nice team, too, and then a 3-2 loss to New Ulm, too. But you had some tight games here. But tonight we get to play Little Falls in a section game again. I was talking to Joey Hanowski, too. I know you were before the game, but the game really means something, too, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's been about a 6-year stretch here where it's been a game, and prior to that, it's been a dogfight every single night. every single year that you play Little Falls, and it'll be fun, I think, to get back to that renewed rivalry with a lot more at stake.
Two very similar teams in a lot of regards, aren't we?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously it's no secret with their goaltending and what they're going to have back there, and it's going to be a tough one to solve. Teams have struggled to score against him all year long, so they know that they have a lot of confidence back there, and you can play a little bit more free. And we're the same way. That's we're built from the net. We know what hold he's going to bring us every night. He's going to make the saves that he's supposed to save, and he'll still have a few more. And hopefully we can just find a way to get a puck past Callis.
What are our Viking Cafe two or three keys to the games, Mike? Just a few things coming into Little Falls.
I think we got to look at winning a grade A battle. We got to get pucks in there. We got to shoot the puck more, and then hopefully be able to outmuscle and outcompete their D. I think in that area, and then special teams I think will be huge. It's been a little while since we've scored a power play goal, so hopefully we can get a couple opportunities. We can get a couple good looks and find the back of the net with one.
It's good to have senior Parker Tilke back too, isn't it? Just a big, strong kid who can shoot the puck too.
Yeah, it was. He had very limited shifts, I think, in his first game back, and then his second game back was he played a little bit more, and then we were able to get him back up playing with Lukey and Caden, and he throws one in the back of the net in his what I would consider his first game of full action. So he's done a great job in our end, clearing pucks, making good exits, making good plays coming out of our end, and that's something that we've really been focusing on, and watching the way that he's developed with that has been really happy with that.
All right, Mike, let's have a good one tonight against Little Falls. Let's get the W.
All right, thanks, Mark.
Mike Donahue, head coach of the Otters, come back after this break.
La fabulous savings have arrived at Minnesota Motor Company in Fergus Falls. The Chevy Red Tag sales event continues on select Chevy Equinox, Chevy Trailblazer, and Chevy Silverado vehicles, where you can take advantage of substantial discounts or 0% APR for 36 months for well-qualified buyers. Contact the sales team at Minnesota Motor Company for details. Chevy, together let's drive. Minnesota Motor. South Pebble Lake Road, Fergus Falls.
Make OSPTI your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls and Breckenridge. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
Between practices, games, and late-night drives, who's got time to grocery shop? With Instacart from Service Food in Fergus Falls, order online and your groceries are ready for delivery. So you can cheer louder, not shop longer. Service Food of Fergus Falls.
Serving you best. Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top-quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Here's to a great season for all our favorite high school athletes. American Legion is a favorite too and serves up everyone's favorite barbecued ribs. American Legion of Fergus Falls, open each Wednesday through Saturday on Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls.
Your holiday gift guide has arrived at the Minnesota Motor Company. Now through December 27th, purchase a full set of GM floor liners or schedule a complete vehicle detail and get a $100 car wash gift card. Looking for a deal on car washes? Purchase a $100 car wash gift card and get $20 free. They have a gift for all the drivers on your list. Minnesota Motor. South Pebble Lake Road, Fergus Falls.
Here's to a great season for all our favorite high school athletes. American Legion is a favorite too and serves up everyone's favorite barbecued ribs. American Legion of Fergus Falls, open each Wednesday through Saturday on Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls.
Hey, we're back. It's now time for the Nelson Auto starting lineups, brought to you by Nelson Auto Center. Highway 210 West in Fergus Falls. For the Otters, with a record of 2-5. In goal will be Holden Stenstrom, 2-5 on the year, 3.15 goals against average and a .917 save percentage. At one defense, Tanner Donahue, 1 goal and 2 assists. Brody Crine, the other D partner, 1 goal and 3 assists. Centering the first line will be sophomore Luke Johnson, 4 goals and an assist. On the left side, it'll be Caden Zender, 2 goals and 4 assists. And on the right side will be Parker Tilke with a goal and an assist. For the Little Falls Flyers, Isaac Callis in goals. He's one of the best in the state of Minnesota. He has a .924 save percentage, but they have given up quite a few goals. He's faced a lot of shots. At 1D, Dawson Carr. The other defenseman will be Kyler Schmigdahl. Centering the first line, Mason Othout. Left winger, Remington Chisholm, their leading scorer with 6 points, 4 goals and 2 assists. And then Griffin Kozik. Joey Hanowski, the head coach of the Little Falls Flyers. And Mike Donahue for the Fergus Falls Otters. So we're going to get this thing going. That'll do it for our pregame show. And again, we're looking forward to a really, really good hockey game here. And we're going to play some hockey. Luke Johnson will face it off against Mason Othout. Face-off is won by the Flyers. Played in the Otter zone. After it is Brody Crine. Forward check there by Mason Othout, the centerman. Puck played behind the net. Mason Othout with it now. Along the near half wall. And it's picked up along the half wall. A shot and a save made there off the stick of Kyler Schmigdahl. And so 1 shot on the first possession and a save there for goaltender Holden Stenstrom. This time Johnson will win the draw back to Donahue. Played back behind the net to Brody Crine. Puck came off the half wall. Here's Caden Zender. He'll chip it. And it's going to come out towards neutral ice. Kept in by the Otters. We have an offsides call. Kind of a late whistle there, but it was definitely an offsides call. The rest of the Otter lineup, Chase Johnson will center Quinn Wynn Sheldon and Zach Pierce. Hunter Welly centering Cullen Alt and Bennett Tilke. The other D pair, Tanner Donahue and Brody Crine. Again, Brant Sherman and Luke Warner. Off the face-off. Good hit by Luke Johnson on the half wall. Out the center. Sent in. On goal. Callis will direct that one into the inner corner. Luke Johnson takes his guy off the puck. Good check there by Luke. Parker Tilke in the corner. In comes Caden Zender. Puck out to neutral ice. Now gaining the zone with it now is Remy Chisholm. And an offsides call here against the Little Falls Flyers. Their other line will be Tyler Rakowski centering Brandon Laubach and Liam Toma. And then it'll be Kevin Schmigdahl centering Peyton Carr and Drew Peterson. Their other D pair, Brady Dick and Reed Hicks. And so Chase Johnson now will center the second line here. Face-off won by the Little Falls Flyers, center of the outer zone. Stetson will play it back behind the goal line, pops out in front of the goal. Chase Johnston will pick it up. We got Johnson and Johnston. Otters with a little bit of speed towards neutral now. Brant Sherman on defensively with Luke Warner. Good hit there by Johnston and sent over the line, but it's picked up by the Flyers. Puck out at neutral. Chase Johnson will try to tap it in, but it went off the skate of Rakowski. Now played in here by Laubach. Played behind goaltender Stenstrom. Picked up by Brant Sherman. And it'll be sent back down deep. Good hit by Sherman below the goal line. Luke Warner comes in to join the party, below the goal line as well. Over to the far side, Zach Pierce, who had a goal against Sauk Rapids, trying to handle it along the wall there, kind of being smothered by Laubach, but he gets it out towards center ice. Good job by Quinn Wynn. Good stick by Sheldon. Quinn Wynn over the line, still with the puck. Sends it to the center of the ice. Nobody there but a Little Falls Flyer. Now right below us, here comes Kevin Schmigdahl. He's not very tall, but he's a very, very good skater, good player. Tanner Donahue quickly ahead to Cullen Alt. He gets a stick on that. That'll go on goaltender Callis, and Callis will make the save. See if we get a shot for that one. We sure should. So, phase off to the left here of Isaac Callis. 14:45 to play. Cullen Alt in the corner. This line of Alt, Welly, and Benetilke sent in by Luke Warner, partially blocked. And then we have an icing call here against the Flyers. Coincidentally, Ryan Nelson, former goaltender for the Otters, is one of the linesmen. He is the linesman. Ryan golfing at Bemidji State was a goaltender here for the Otters. So Luke Johnson will take the draw here against Mason Othout in the Otter offensive zone. And in a little too early was Remy Chisholm. Little Falls wins the draw, but a good forecheck by the net by Caden Zender. Over to the far side. Otters trying to put some pressure on Remy Chisholm. Chaps into the Otter zone. Crine will hustle after it. Here's Remy Chisholm with a puck. Behind the goal line. Left-hand shot. Left wing. Sends it over to the far side to the D coming in. Shot save made there by Senstrom. Puck in the corner. Cycling down is Hakes. Left side. Pops off the stick of Kyler Schmigdahl. Played back over to the near side. Kept out a good hit along the near side there by Zender. Now Crine with it. Over to Parker Tilke. Parker tried to get it to Luke Johnson. Luke along the near wards. Now we'll try to move it out in front of the Otter bench. Picked up there by the Flyers. Luke will get off. On comes Chase Johnston, center on the second line for the Otters. Comes to the near side. Puck played back in behind Stenstrom. Crine is there. Drops it there for Tanner Donahue. Here's Tanner with the puck now. He'll play it up out to neutral ice. Flyers to Remy Chisholm on the near side. Caden Zender tried to slap it out. Chisholm with a puck. Backdoor feed. Good stick by Donahue. Now Pierce. Pierce will gain the zone and send it in. Back behind the net with it now. Kyler Schmigdahl. He'll carry it out. Poke checked away by Quinn Wynn Sheldon. And now picked up on the puck now. Here come the Flyers into the Otter zone. That was Rakowski taken into the corner. No score. This game just underway. 12:49 to play in the first period. Quinn Wynn Sheldon with the puck. He'll ring the boards. A little too far for Brant Sherman, who jumped up into the play. And Brady Dick comes back defensively for Fergus Falls. He'll circle back into his own end. And a clean exit here by Toma. And with the puck now wheeling at center ice. Flyers taken away by Sherman. Brant Sherman had 2 goals against River Lakes. Puck over to the far side. Good job by Benetilke getting the stick on that one and went up and out of play. Again, tomorrow we'll have Lady Otter hockey on the air against East Grand Forks as the Green Wave come to town to take on Fergus Falls. Fergus hoping to avenge that 8-1 loss up at Civic Arena in East Grand Forks. Here comes Benetilke. Walks in, trying to find Cullen out. Passed a little bit behind him. Exiting now, Drew Peterson. Picked up by Luke Warner. Warner in his own end. Circles it back, chips it out. Cullen out, grabs it out of the air. Kept back in. And now controlled here by Drew Peterson. And now Hunter Welly. He'll send it out to neutral ice where it's picked up there by Brady Dick. Sent in behind Stenstrom. Line change for the Flyers. Otters get kind of a free pass here. Cullen out right below us here trying to move it out. Puck picked up by Brant Sherman. Played out to Cullen out. Now Luke Johnson with it. Here's Luke at center ice. Sends it in against Remy Chisholm. Couple pretty fast skaters there. Along the near board. Picked up here by Tilke. Luke Johnson gets it to settle down. Puck kept in nicely by Donahue. He sent it on Callis. He slides to his right and makes a save up on the shoulder. Now that one actually wouldn't have gone in, so it wouldn't count as a goal. But face off to the blocker side of Isaac Callis. Luke Johnson here against Othout. Otters going to win the draw. Comes out to Donahue. D to D. Brody Crine locks and loads. Back of the net. Luke took a hard hit below the net there. Thought he was going to put it right on goal. Tried to go behind the net. And here comes the Flyers. Donahue taps it back out to neutral ice. Here's Luke Johnson with it now. He'll gain the zone. Walking in. Luke still with the puck. Backhand. Save made by Callis. Kind of mugged as he was going around the net. Puck played back behind the goal line. Good start here for this one. Zender against Schmigdahl. Kyler Schmigdahl to the defenseman on the rush. Sends one over the top of the net. Pops way out. Now it's picked up by Johnson. Here comes Luke at neutral ice. Still walking in. Luke coming in. Backhand shot. Save made. He got in tight there. And Callis made the save. Luke will want that one back. Good opportunity there for Johnson, but a save by Isaac Callis. Three shots on goal for the Otters, 2 for Little Falls. Shot on Callis, and he'll make the save. See if it can't go in. It doesn't. I think that one couldn't have gone in. Robbie, yeah, that one would have hit the side of the net. Out comes out Sherman. He'll rip one. Glove save, and Callis controls the rebound. Yep. Controlled the puck nicely. Good shot by Brant Sherman. We've got to get traffic out in front of the net. Get some bodies out in front and take away his eyes. It's always a terrible phrase, isn't it? Take away his eyes, but take away space there. But you all know what I'm talking about. Otters keep the pressure on. Luke Warner with a good check there. Pierce along the near half wall. Quinn Wynn Sheldon is there. Pierce taps it. Pops up. Good job by Sheldon. Puck played left of the net. Tapped back out. And away with the puck now come the Flyers. Toma sends it in behind goaltender Holden Stenstrom. Played back below the goal line with it now is Laubeck. Try to set out front, and Pierce is there. Off to Quinn Sheldon. Now Brant Sherman at neutral. Taps it to Sheldon. Sheldon will backhand it in, and he'll get off. Chase Johnson will go on the forecheck, along with Bennett Tilke. Then Chase Johnson, a freshman, pops out. Colin Alta's there. He'll send it back to Krein. Near side. Over the line now is Tanner Donahue. He'll ring the boards. Over to the far side. Krein is there. Krein sends it to the near corner. Otters with some pretty good zone time in this one to start the game out. Now behind the net, Wilmus. He'll dump it. And we have an icing call here against Little. Oh, they wave off the icing. What's that all about? Cullen Alt comes in along the near half wall. Good hit there by Tanner Donahue. And with it now is Hunter Welly. Hunter tried to go rink wide to Cullen Alt. That's kind of a dangerous pass. You got to be careful. It was into the Creedon Schmigdahl's shin pads. And now dumped out towards neutral by Krein. Here comes Remy Chisholm. Remy Chisholm. Now Krein. Chisholm and Krein going after it. Chisholm, their leading scorer with 4 goals and 2 assists. Captain of this team. Chisholm with a puck. Sends it over. But Tilke was there. Picked up now. Shot there on goal by Kyler Schmigdahl. And we have a high stick. They'll take it down into the Otter offensive zone, so a high sticking call here against the Little Falls Flyers. And the face-off will be in the Otter offensive zone to the left of goaltender Isaac Callis. He played in the Upper Midwest Elite League this past fall. So Luke Johnson will take the draw against Mason Othout. Off the draw. Controlled by Little Falls. Now the Otters after it. Johnson along with Zender. Zender behind the net, sends it out front into traffic. Remy Chisholm is there. What a good play by Luke Warner. Oh, and he's checked into the Otter bench. No problem, though. Or into the Little Falls bench. Gaining the zone now is Kozak. Chisholm. And now Luke Johnson with it. Chips it ahead to Tilke. Sent back in. Picked up by Griffin Kozak. Backhanded. It's picked up, though, by Brant Sherman. Brant, Zender, taken away from him and then chipped in. Back after is Brant Sherman. Trying to get it out to Caden Zender. Zender right below us. Zender trying to move it out of the zone. Poke checked away by Luke Johnson, and Othout headed score to the Otter bench. Little Falls wheeling the other direction. Headman pass to Kozak. Shot and a glove save made by goaltender Holden Stenstrom. 7:16 to play in the first period. 5 shots on goal. 5 shots on goal by the Otters and 4 for The Little Falls Flyers off the face-off, sent into the corner. Chase Johnson battling on the near corner. In comes Toma. Chase trying to get it out of there, along with Krine. Good job by Brody. Brody will pick it up and gives it off to Chase Johnson. Chase Johnson. Oh, that's almost like going for the knee there. Don't like to see that. Now sent into the outer zone. After it now is Labeck in the corner. Kicked over there by Brody Krine into the corner. Little Falls circling into the front of the net. And on top of it is goaltender Stenstrom. 6:39 to play in the first period. No score here in the first period. On our Park Region telephone scoreboard, 5 shots apiece. And Benetilke, Hunter, Welly, and Cullinalt will come out here for Fergus Falls. Luke Warner and Brant Sherman defensively. Face off to be won by the Otters. They'll ring the boards. Cullinalt trying to move it out. Gets it out. And after it now is Tilke on the forecheck. Battling against Dick. Tilke gets it, sends it out front, pops out to Sherman. Brant with it now. He sends one through traffic. Good job by Welly, taking away space. Here's Luke Warner. Locks and loads. That's a good shot. And Callis sends that one up and out of play. Good shot there by Luke Warner. Again, Luke a sophomore. Cullinalt a freshman. Welly a junior. Benetilke a junior. And Brant Sherman a senior. Face-off is going to be controlled here by, let's see, the Otters keep the pressure on, so they try to move it out. Kyler Sprigdahl to the inner side, picked up by Benetilke. Here's Benny with a puck. Rips one. Puck out front. Welly with a try. Cullinalt battling out front. Puck is still loose behind the net. Picked up. Tilke looked like he was tripped up behind the net. Benny battling down there along with Welly. And I think we have a little more depth on our third line, though, just watching these two lines here. Puck's into the outer zone, picked up by Luke Warner. Take it behind his net. Luke will skate it up. Near side pass. A little too far for Brant Sherman. Brant will pick it up, though. Sherman with a nice move. Brant below the goal line. Still with the puck. Backhands it to Otters still battling out in front of the net. Sherman battling. And then that's a goal! That's in there! Yes, the puck is loose. It's in the back of the net. Caden Zender put the shot on. And then pounding it home was Brant Sherman for his 4th of the year. He just kept chopping wood down there. And Brant Sherman scores. And the Otters are up 1-0 here on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. Got an angry parent to my right here. So Little Falls at 11:35 of the period. So Brant Sherman with his 4th of the year. And I'm pretty sure Caden Zender will have an assist on that. Tilke and Zender with the assists. Sent into the outer zone. 1-0 Little Falls Flyers. Here's Zender. Tried to move it out of the zone. Kept back in, though, by the Flyers. Below the goal line. Side of the net. Picked up by Zender. Here's Caden with a puck. Send it to Tilke. Here's Parker Tilke. Up the right side to Luke Johnson. He gets a stick on it. Puck in the corner. Luke with the puck. Has it taken away. And here comes Little Falls up the right side. Now to center ice. Remy Chisholm taking out the puck nicely by Brant Sherman. Here's Brody Krine playing catch with Zender. Krine ahead. And it'll be an icing call here on the Otters. The Otters get one at 11:35 of the period. Sherman, 4th of the year from Parker Tilke and Caden Zender. So good job. Brant was hanging around the net. We were putting pressure on Isaac Callis. And, man, you score most of your goals right in there. Right inside that. There's a shot picked up, though, nicely by Chase Johnston. Johnston being hooked around center ice. Picked up by Brant Sherman now. Sherman with the puck. Brant Sends it to Quinn Wynn-Sheldon. Quinn sends it back over to Luke Warner. On the forecheck, though, is Toma. Luke sends it along the half wall. See who gets the puck here. After it, Warner once again. Picked up by Chase Johnston. Chase, a freshman. Chased with a puck. Front of the outer bench. Poke checked away. Sent forward by Zach Pierce. And we're going to have a hit behind the play. And it looks like it's going to be a penalty on the Little Falls Flyers. After the whistle, or kind of away from the play. And this is going to be at 13 minutes of the period. A roughing call on number 27, Tyler Rakowski. Otter power play at 26%. Here's Luke Johnson on the draw against Othout. Face-off won by the Otters. Here's Tanner Donahue. Out high. Zender. Backdoor to Luke Johnson. He had a stick on it, but it went through the crease. Here's Zender with a puck behind the goal line. He'll scoop it back out. Zender carries it back to Luke behind the net. Luke will bring it out to the point. Crine. Crine sends it on net. And save was made by Callis. They had Parker Tilke out in front of the net. 1:36 to go here in the one-man advantage for the Otters. A big power play opportunity here. Otters up 1-0 with 3:35 to play in the period. Draws one by Little Falls and sent back into the Otter end. And here is Caden Zender. He'll skate it up for the Otters. Power play break out to the right side. Now the puck picked up by Donahue. Here's Tanner with the puck now. Near side pass too far. It's a simple pass. Both of those are errant passes. Oofda. Donahue will take it again now. 57 seconds left in the one-man advantage. We got to start hitting the tape here, fellas. Here's Donahue. He'll send it in to the far corner. Kept in by Crine. Good job by Brody. Otters get a chance to get set up here. Here's Crine with the puck. Back below the goal line. And out of the zone. And here comes a breakaway opportunity. Here comes Little Falls. Sorry. They score. Oh, my goodness. The Otters can't get the power play set up and find each other's tape, and then they score a shorthanded goal, 1-1. That could be a big goal in this hockey game. Time of this goal comes at 14:32 of the period. At 14:32, a shorthanded goal. And that's scored by number 6, Remy Chisholm. And I believe that's his 5th of the year. And the Otters are going to go back on the power play here. A roughing call on number 19, the fellow who scored the goal after the play. So the Otters will go back on the power play.
Shorthanded, his 5th goal of the year, number 6. Remington Chisholm, assisted by number 19, Mason Orthall.
Here comes Brant Sherman. He'll gain the zone. Brant Sherman walks in. Sherman behind the net. Sends it out to Luke Warner. Near side. Chase Johnston. How come the other guy's still in the box? Now he's going to come out. Oh, because it's shorthanded. Or to the far side. Now it's going to be a 5-on-4 here. Here's Zach Pierce. Out to Quinn Wynn-Sheldon. Out front to Chase Johnston. And here comes another opportunity. Remy Chisholm with a puck. Walks in, shoots and scores. 2 shorthanded goals. And so Little Falls makes it 2-1. Same guy, Remy Chisholm, with his 6th of the year. Time of this goal is going to be at 15:19. And it's 2-1 Flyers. I want to see us do a power play breakout and just hit the tape. I mean, they can do that. I got to just calm down, but my goodness, 2 shorthanded goals. So, wow. Just like that, it's Little Falls 2-1. Otters have a minute 13. We got to settle down here and just get a power play here. Tanner Donahue will carry it in. He'll ring the boards. Picked up. Here's Crine. Now Zender. Right side. Brody Crine with it now. Low on the ice. Puck behind the net. Picked up by Johnson. Over to Zender. Back out to Donahue. Shot there and save Isaac Callis. Played back behind the goal line. We have 5, they have 4, and we are just not. All right, Ed neutral. Let's get one here, boys. Here comes Zender at neutral ice. 34 seconds left in the one-man advantage. And Tanner Donahue will carry it up now on the power play breakout. Near side pass to Zender. Now to Luke Johnson up the right side. Go score one. Shot there and a save made. 17 seconds left in the one-man advantage here for the Otters. A couple of costly mistakes leads to 2 shorthanded goals. Woofda. I haven't seen that happen very often. As you don't. All right, they got 17 seconds. Let's get one here. 44 seconds to go in the period. Remy Chisholm with 2 shorthanded goals is 5th and 6th. Near side. Crine with a shot to go! Hey! There we go, 2-1. Brody Crine. That's what we needed. There we go. The Otters get one. Brody Crine with a goal for the Otters. And it's Brody's 2nd of the year. Time of this goal is going to be at 16:22 of the period. Luke Johnson with 1 assist, Tanner Donahue with the other assist. That's a power play goal. Here's Luke Johnson with a puck. Over to Parker Tilke. Back to Luke. Drops it to near side. Brant Sherman with a shot and a glove save made. 22 seconds to go in the period. Must have a broken stick back here. 22.4, so Crine with a 2nd of the year. We needed that one, didn't we, Robbie? After giving up 2 shorties. I don't know if I recall 2 shorties in that short of a time period, but we're back on track here, 2-2. So Luke Johnson. Here's Johnson on the draw. Otters are going to win it. Sent back behind the goal line. Tilke after it. Now to Luke Johnson below the goal line. Out front looking for Caden Zender. 11 seconds to go in the period. And neutral ice. Good job by Brant Sherman. The puck comes in on Stenstrom with 4 seconds left. And Stenstrom makes the save. 4.1. 4.1 seconds to go in the period. I'll just win the draw and pin it up along the glass. Luke wins the draw. Here's Brody. He'll just hold the puck in the corner. And that is the end of the first period. It was an entertaining one, wasn't it, David? David Bishop and wife Jen here tonight, too. A family affair. Okay, I got to calm down a little bit. I got a little excited after we gave up those 2 shorthanded goals. But the Otters come back and they get one. We will step aside and we'll come back with our Minnesota Motor Period break. Minnesota Motor Company, located on South Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls. We'll come back. 2-2 is our score. Park Region, service beyond the connection.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls is proud to sponsor area athletics. Nelson Auto knows the value of a good team, and we'd like to invite you in to meet our team. See how our team takes care of you and your family. Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance? Trust Alicia Helgeson at FM Bank in Fergus Falls. With expert guidance and local know-how, she makes the mortgage process smooth and stress-free. Call Alicia or apply online at mybankfm.com today. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
What's your number?
We drove 5.2 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Lake Region Healthcare is proud to be trusted and recommended by parents and coaches, athletes, and families. Keeping healthcare close to home for local athletes and all their fans. Find us online at lrhc.org.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Hi, I'm Heather Hickman, Executive Director for LB Homes in Fergus Falls. Seasons may change, but one truth remains: our compassionate, Christ-centered care at LB Browen Home. For over a century, we have served as His hands and feet. Every resident is welcomed as family, embraced with the dignity and kindness that Christ calls us to share. So whether you are seeking peace of mind or a trusted home for a loved one, you'll find it here. LB Browen Home, rooted in faith, serving with compassion, trusted for generations.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
Hey, welcome back to the Fergus Falls Community Ice Arena in an eventful first period. A lot going on towards the end of the period. The Otters get a power play goal to tie it up. That was Brody Crine from Luke Johnson and Tanner Donahue. But we'll take a look at the first period scoring. And it went like this. Fergus Falls got on the board. Brant Sherman pounds a rebound home. Tilke gets an assist. That's Parker. Pass it over to Zender, put a shot on goal. And then, bang, right there at the side of the goal, Brant Sherman with his fourth of the year. 1-0 Fergus Falls. And then Little Falls gets a pair of shorthanded goals as the Otters turned it over on their power play breakout at 14:32 of the period, fifth of the year for Remy Chisholm. One assist going to number 19, Mason Oathout. And then the Otters, again on the power play, turned it over, this time at 15:19, about a minute or so later, and a little over a minute. And that was the sixth of the year for Remy Chisholm again. And that was assisted by Tyler Rakowski. Again, two shorthanded goals within the span of a couple minutes. Then the Otters get a power play goal of their own. On the goal scored by Remy Chisholm, there was a roughing call on Mason Oathout after the play and resulted in an Otter power play. And then Brody Crine buries his second of the year, and that assist went to Luke Johnson and also Tanner Donahue. Shots on goal in the first period, Fergus Falls 14 and Little Falls 8. And so goaltender Isaac Callis has stopped 6 of 8. And Holden Stenstrom has stopped 12 of 14 in this one so far. Here, Running Stitches is the local choice for embroidery and screen printing in Fergus Falls. Running Stitches Embroidery. We'll be back with more on our Minnesota Motor period break. After this timeout, the score 2-2, Fergus Falls and Little Falls. Park Region, service beyond the connection.
Lake Region Healthcare knows what all coaches know. It takes tons of teamwork, great amounts of grit, and heaps of hustle to triumph. Lake Region Healthcare, supporting and celebrating our high school athletes.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Otters Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Otters Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
Bye-bye.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls is proud to sponsor area athletics. Nelson Auto knows the value of a good team, and we'd like to invite you in to meet our team. See how our team takes care of you and your family. Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance? Trust Alicia Helgeson at FM Bank in Fergus Falls. With expert guidance and local know-how, she makes the mortgage process smooth and stress-free. Call Alicia or apply online at mybankfm.com today. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Make OSPTI your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls and Breckenridge. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
Welcome back to the Fergus Falls Community Ice Arena. The Otters right now, and the Flyers are tied 2-2. The Fergus Falls scored at 11:35 of the first period. Fourth of the year for Brant Sherman, assisted by Parker Tilke and Caden Zender. Little Falls with two short-handed goals from Remy Chisholm, his fifth and sixth of the year. And then the Otters get one back, a power play goal of their own, second of the year for Brody Crine, and that was assisted by Luke Johnson and Tanner Donahue. Again, Holden Stenstrom stops 12 of 14 so far, and Isaac Callis has stopped 6 of 8 so far in this one. So the Otters looking good in this one, and looking forward to the second period. Otter JV, earlier tonight, they lost by a score of 4-1, and so they lose by a score of 4-1 in that one. And, so a pretty solid game, though, for the Otters. We'll see if we talk to Isaac Young between periods. Tomorrow we'll have Otter Lady Hockey on the air as the Lady Otters take on the Green Wave, and they'll come to town. It's a 1 o'clock start here from the Fergus Falls Community Ice Arena. We'll take another break and come back with more. Again, it's 2-2 after one period of play.
What's your number?
We drove 25 miles to get a great deal at Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
Where to eat, the ultimate culinary adventure, from signature dishes to chef recommendations.
As your food review professionals, you can find us at KBRFradio.com, the Fergus Now app, and on YouTube.
Tune in every first Friday of the month for new episodes.
Check us out, and we'll show you where to eat.
Hey, we're back here. Between the first and second periods, my grandson Joe is with me here. So Joe is starting to play hockey now, too. It's a lot of fun watching Uncle Luke, isn't it? So having a lot of fun with that. Yep, so the score right now, 2-2, and kind of a crazy turn of events, in that second period. The Otters go on the power play and give up a shorthanded goal, and then give up another shorthanded goal, and then with that, Little Falls got a penalty, and so they had 2 in the box. We had a short 5-on-3, and then it was a 5-on-4, and the Otters score a power play goal. Brody Crine's second of the year, from Luke Johnson and also from Tanner Donahue. Want to tell you about Running Stitches Embroidery, the local choice for embroidery and screen printing in Fergus Falls. Running Stitches Embroidery. Now, tomorrow morning, Craig Olson will have the Coaches Show on AM 1250 KBRF. That'll start at 8 o'clock. That's on AM 1250, and then also streamed on the Fergus Now app and on the Fergus Falls or the KBRF radio YouTube channel. 2-2 is our score. We'll take another break. We'll come back with the second period of play.
Hi, I'm Heather Hickman, Executive Director for LB Homes in Fergus Falls. Seasons may change, but one truth remains: our compassionate, Christ-centered care at LB Browen Home. For over a century, we have served as His hands and feet. Every resident is welcomed as family, embraced with the dignity and kindness that Christ calls us to share. So whether you are seeking peace of mind or a trusted home for a loved one, you'll find it here. LB Browen Home, rooted in faith, serving with compassion, trusted for generations.
Where to eat, the ultimate culinary adventure, from signature dishes to chef recommendations.
As your food review professionals, you can find us at KBRFradio.com, the Fergus Now app, and on YouTube.
Tune in every first Friday of the month for new episodes.
Check us out, and we'll show you where to eat.
Hey, we're back here at the Fergus Falls Community Ice Arena. I got my other grandson, Isaiah, here, and watching his uncle Luke play. It's a lot of fun, isn't it, huh, buddy? He can't figure out what these headphones are on me, though. But thanks for tuning in tonight on Z103, also on the Fergus Now app and on the Fergus Falls YouTube channel. Our grandson Logan is here as well. And so, yeah, a lot of action here at the Fergus Falls rink. JV loses by a score of 4-1. And the Otter boys varsity here tied 2-2. Goals for the Otters, Brant Sherman's 4th of the year and Brody Crine's 2nd of the year. So those are your scorers so far here tonight for the Otters. And Remy Chisholm with both goals for Little Falls. Great time of the year to be out the rink. And between the second and third periods, we'll talk about the upcoming broadcast schedule. And really look forward to the Christmas and the holiday tournaments that will be taking place here right over New Year's and whatnot. So great time for some hockey. All right, one more break, and then we'll start period number 2.
The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
For over 50 years, Ottertail Coaches has safely carried kids to school, to games, and back home again. Trusted by generations, they're proud to serve Fergus Falls and the surrounding area. Ottertail Coaches, safety, service, and dependability.
Welcome back to the Fergus Falls Community Ice Arena. Both teams are back on the ice, and we'll get things started here in just a couple of seconds. And again, 14 shots on goal for the Otters and 8 for Little Falls. So Stenstrom stopped 6 of 8, and Isaac Callis 12 of 14. The Activities Office running a really neat fundraiser tonight, Festival of Trees. There's trees with different things on there to raise some money for Someplace Safe. And so I don't know where they're going to draw or how they're going to do that. They're going to announce those. So between the second and third period. So if you're driving around, want to come in and support Someplace Safe, there's an opportunity to do that. All right, here we go. Let's get this second period underway. Otters are going to win the draw. Here's Luke Johnson with a puck. He'll gain the zone. Kept in by Crine. Good job. Good stick by Brody. Puck played along the far half wall. Picked up by Kozak. Otters are buzzing, though, and it pops out to Remy Chisholm's stick. He's the guy that's got 2 goals so far. Poke checked away by Zender. Puck right below is picked up by Luke Johnson. He'll send it over to Donahue. Here's Tanner up the left side. Sends it ahead. And we have an offsides call here against the Otters. Little extracurriculars they're after? Is that what's happening there? And, yeah, we got to be careful that we don't get a retaliatory penalty and whatnot. I see these guys walking around with the heated jackets. I got to get one of those. Got the little light glowing on there. Little Falls now tries to gain the zone. Now Chase Johnson will come back the other direction. Freshman Johnston has his shot blocked there. And then a quick shot by Brant Sherman and the save made by Isaac Callis. Like to see the Otters shooting the puck. Good things happen. Face-off will be in the Otter offensive zone. 16-12 left to go in the second period. We're tied 2-2 here on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. Face-off is going to be won here by Little Falls. They'll move it out of the zone. Lobbeck up the left side. Left winger on the second line. Sends one to the far corner. Quinn Sheldon taps it out to Chase Johnson. Here's a 3-on-1 possibility. Chase Johnson low on the ice. Good shot, though, by Chase looking for a rebound. Callis sends it into the corner. Chase Johnson, a freshman, strong on his skates. Quinn Sheldon tried to pick it up. Sheldon in the corner. And away with the puck now. Rakowski out to center ice to Brandon Laubach. He'll send one on Stenstrom. Comes to the near side to Pierce. Pierce sends it ahead. Picked up by Chase Johnston. Chase tried to sauce it to Brant Sherman. Good seeing Brant jump into the play defensively. Pierce covers up defensively. Sent back now to Cullen Alt. Here's Cullen with the puck. Sends it, and nobody home there. No icing, though. Wow, they waved that one off. Otters catch a break there. Benetilke on, Hunter Welly as well. And Cullen Alt. Puck down. Good job by Welly. There's about a 3-car pile up there. We're going to have a penalty here. And the Otters going to have a penalty, but puck below the goal line. Little Falls out to the point. Otters are going to go on the penalty kill here. They bring it back out high to Remy Chisholm. Extra skater. Goal is empty. Near side. Puck up into the rafters, and Fergus Falls will get their first penalty of the hockey game. And it's going to go on Tilke. It's Bennett Tilke with a holding call. Time of this is going to be 2:15 of the period. Luke Johnson, Caden Zender, Brody Crine, and Tanner Donahue on to kill for Fergus Falls. Off the face-off. Won by Little Falls. Remy Chisholm with a shot blocked there. Crine will try to gain possession in the corner. Oh, no. The Otters are going to go 5-on-3. Crine's going to be called for a trip in the corner, trying to play the puck. So 5-on-3, and they're going to have a minute 48 of 5-on-3. Time of this penalty is going to be 2:27. So Crine and Benetilke in, and Zender, Johnson, and Donahue out to kill against the 5-on-3. 14:33 to play here in the period. Othout with a shot. That's over the top of the net. Picked up in the corner by Dick. Near side, Remy Chisholm. One-timer. Save made. Here's where you need your senior goaltender really to step up big for you. Shot in traffic. Sent into the corner. 14:12 to play in the period. Pops off Remy Chisholm's stick. Good job by Zender. Now Luke Johnson's going to clear the puck. Otters get it clear. Luke will get off. On comes Hunter Welly. 13:58 to play. A minute 10 left in the penalty to Benetilke, and then it'll be about 18 seconds of one-man advantage. Oh, Remy Chisholm blows a tire. Couple flat tires over there, and then the Otters are going to get it through. They ice it. They get it through. On comes Brant Sherman and Parker Tilke to kill, along with Hunter Welly. 5-on-3. Stenstrom in goal. He's been good. Up the left side of the puck now is Mason Othout. On the net. Oh, in the back door. It gets through too. Little Falls sticks. Out high, Mason Othout. Othout, weak side. Out to Chisholm. Remy Chisholm locks and loads. Shot. Rebound. Puck is loose. And cleared by Welly out to neutral ice. 20 seconds left in the penalty to Benetilke. Then be down to 5-on-4. Remy Chisholm has got 2 goals. Loses an edge. Brant Sherman gets it clear. That's a big one. And Welly comes off. Johnson comes on. Zender is on. And here comes Brady Dick. Poke checked away. Tapped out towards neutral. Little Falls back on the attack. Over the line with it. Oh, Kyler Schmigdahl. Kyler Schmigdahl below the goal line. Oh, stop. And the Otters are at full strength. Do you know that Little Falls is 0 for 17 on the power play so far? 0 for 15 going into this game. Little Falls. The Otters kill off a huge 5-on-3. That was a big, big kill there for the Otters. Here's Zender with a puck. Zender's going to carry it out. Tried to get it ahead. Near side. We got to get tough on pucks here. Parker Tilke tried to pick it up. Zender now after it. Now here's Brant Sherman. He'll bring it in. And the Otters are offsides. 2-2 is our score. Wow. Killing Isaac Callis. Luke Warner will chip it behind the goal line. Cullen Alt, strong on the puck. Sends it over to Crine. Brody's got a goal. Here's Crine from the point. Rips one. That hits Welly. Picked up by Alt. Back out to Crine. He'll shoot again. And a glove save made well out of the goal. So 11:34 to play in the second period. 2-2 is our score. Remy Chisholm with 2 goals for Little Falls, and Brant Sherman and Brody Crine with the 2 goals here for Fergus Falls. Face off. Back behind the goal line. In the corner. Otters battling here. Into the Otter zone. Tanner Donahue after it. In the corner. Pops out onto Tilke's stick. Or to the far side. It's going to be played in by Hakes. Behind goaltender Stenstrom. 11:05 to play in the period. 2-2 is our score on the Park Region scoreboard. Good job by Tanner. He'll just move it out now. Oh, Tanner will get it back. Tanner will go for a skate right below us here. Through traffic. Donnie with a good effort getting it into the zone. And the puck is picked up now and taken away by the Kozik. Behind the net. Good work that time by Cullen out. Puck kept in by Donahue. Sends it toward the goal line, and Callis will make the save. So Fergus Falls now 2-2 is our score. 10:36 to play in the hockey game here on our Park Region telephone scoreboard. And the face-off will be to the right of goaltender Isaac Callis, Luke Johnson, Parker Tilke, and Caden Zender. Luke will win the draw. Comes out to Sherman. Brant up into the netting. Love to see our D shooting pucks like that. Face-off will be in the Otter offensive zone here once again. Face-off won by Little Falls. Good forecheck, though, by Johnson. Puck out towards neutral, picked up by Griffin Kozak. Here's Luke Johnson with it. He'll pick it up and go the other direction. He'll wheel it. Luke tried to get it through traffic. Chisholm took it away. Near side to Zender. To Parker Tilke. Parker will go back after it. Great to have Parker back out on the ice. Puck in the corner. Luke Johnson out to Luke Warner. Right side pass. Brant Sherman. And a goal! How about it? Brant Sherman with the goal. Luke Johnson to Luke Warner to Brant Sherman. And the Otters take the lead here. How about that? There's Brant with his second of the game, 5th of the year. And it's 3-2 Fergus Falls. Yep, it was Warner, Johnson to Warner, and wow. 3-2. Yes. No question. 4-8-7. Over the line. Shot there. Save made by Stenstrom. What was the time of that, Robbie? 10 minutes of the period? Or 7 minutes of the period. My bad. Brant Sherman's 5th of the year, 2nd of the game from Luke Warner and Luke Johnson. Here comes Tanner Donahue. Otters up 3-2. Donahue is going to gain the zone. Puck goes behind the net. Picked up by the Flyers now. They'll gain the zone. That's Toma with it. Toma still with the puck. Sends it out front. Good save made by Stenstrom. That was off the stick of Lobick, who was right in the slot. Shot there blocked by Donahue. Now to the near side. Pierce takes a hit. Dick with the puck. No, it's Kyler Schmigdahl, comes out to the point. They play it back down along the half wall. Sent through traffic. Puck is there. Who's going to get it? Poked by Pierce. Little zone time here for the Flyers now. Or the far side. Oh, a good hit by Quinn Wynn Sheldon. Shot from the point. Missed right. That was from Lobick. Otters are kind of pinned right now. They need a clear. Lobick with the puck. And Stenstrom with confidence makes the save. Good job by Stenstrom. Needed a face-off. Otters are going to get one. 3-2, so Sherman's 2nd of the game, 5th of the year. Luke Warner with 1 assist, Luke Johnson with a 2nd assist. Our D are having themselves a game. They got all 3 goals. Brody Crine with 1 and 2 for Brant Sherman. Otters going to win the draw. Brant's going to ring the boards. calling out, but they jump it on the far side. That was Hakes. Here's Hakes with the puck now behind the net, still with it. Pulls it back out to the point. Kyler Schmigdahl. Good stick by Benny Tilke. In comes Welly. And it's out to neutral. And Bennett's going to play it out now. Here's calling out. 2-on-1 possibly. Shot there. Oh, he had Benny going to the net. Took the shot. Brad Sherman looking for the hat trick. We're on hat trick watch now. Good job by Alt with a nice hit. Luke Warner walks in. Luke Warner with a shot. Otters taking it to the Flyers right now. And I'm looking across at head coach Joey Hanowski, and he took his hat up and he pushed his hair back. But he's a great guy. You know, I remember one time when we beat them here at home, he just gave credit where credit was due. You know, I mean, his brother Ben Hanowski, the leading scorer all time in Minnesota State high school hockey. All right, here's Luke Johnson on the draw. Otters lose it, though. It's picked up defensively by Brady Dick. Comes over to the far side. Remy Chisholm tried to get it on his backhand. Karam forward. Zender in over the line. Otters go on the forecheck. Puck in the corner. Played out to the near side. They keep it in. Good job there by Zender and Luke Warner. Played over behind the goal line to Luke Johnson. He's pinned up there. He'll battle and kick it out of there. Drops it there for Zender. Zender had it taken away. In comes Tilke. Now Luke Johnson with it. Luke will stay in the zone. Luke with it now. Still with the puck. Right side. Walks in. Shot low on the ice. And a goal! The Otters score 4-2. Luke Johnson with his 5th of the year. Luke just wheeled it around. Kept going. Low blocker. And it's in the back of the net. The Otters go up 4-2 on the Park Region's telephone scoreboard. Let's go. So Fergus Falls at 9:21 of the period. So Luke's 5th of the year. I don't know for that. Back in after it now. I think he picked up a loose puck. It probably was unassisted.
Scoring for Fergus Falls.
Puck out to neutral ice.
Unassisted, his 5th goal of the year, number 7, Luke Johnson.
Battle for the puck. Picked up by Krein. He'll carry him it ahead to Pierce. Here's Zach Pierce looking for support. Oh, and Quinn Wynn was offside. So, yep, he knew it right away, too. Sheldon was offsides on that. So Johnson gets his 5th of the year. So 2 from Sherman, 1 from Brody Krein, 1 from Johnson, and it's 4-2 now. We were buzzing there for a while. Off the face-off. Now played back out to neutral. Brody Krein with it now. Tried a centering pass there to Chase Johnston, but that's picked off there by Lobbeck. And Brody with a good stick there. Taps it, but it's going to be kept in. Good hit by Quinn Wynn. Near side, Pierce. Far side to Chase Johnson. How is that offsides? He was over the line. Yeah. He was in before the puck. Okay. I guess they were yelling at all the extracurricular after. Boy, what do we have? Man, look at that group of guys behind the goal line. That's pretty great. Football, wrestling. Who's all those guys? Student section. And so the face-off will be right in front of the Otter bench. 6:44 to play. Welly will take the draw here against Tyler Rakowski. So Bennett Tilke, Colin Alt, and Welly. Face-off. It's going to be won by Little Falls. They go D to D. Kyler Schmigdahl. Good job by Brant Sherman anticipating that one. But here comes Lobbeck, Brandon Lobbeck. Oh, nice hit by Luke Warner. Good hip check. His dad's got to be happy about that. Good play by Warner and Mom and Grandpa and Grandma. There's a shot over the far side. Lobbeck. They'll play it back now, and Brant Sherman will go after it. Good hit by Brant Sherman. It's a pretty squirrely game out there tonight. It's kind of fun, though. That's what this game is like. Luke Warner with a takeaway. He'll circle back. Good job by Warner. Sophomore D. Puck sent out to neutral and then sent back by Reed Hakes. 5:54 to play in the period. Saucer pass nicely. Here's Bennett Tilke. Tilke at neutral ice. Try to gain the zone. Brant Sherman will tap it forward. Now Luke Warner with it. He'll tap it over to the near side. Kind of both teams playing catch at neutral ice. Here's Warner with the puck now for the Otters. Backhands it out to Sherman. Little Falls has to get back on sides. They were off sides there. Good call, Ryan Nelson. We usually don't call out one of our own, a former goalie. Very impartial, though, just like the announcer. So Luke Johnson will take the draw here against Mason Olthout. Otters going to win the draw. Brody Crine in front of the goal. Taps over to the far side, picked up by the Flyers. Back checking in tight. Good job by Zender. Shot there and kind of a missed shot, Remy Chisholm. Boy, they're kind of wild with their sticks. Here come the Otters, though. They break it out in front of the Otter bench. Here's Luke Johnson. He'll pick it up. Gains the zone. Stays on the puck. Picked up by Zender. Shot there behind the net. Parker Tilke with it. Parker, below the goal line. Still with the puck. Sends over to the far side to Donahue. Donahue with a clap bomb. And it hit one of our players, Zender. Ooh, man. Here's Luke Johnson below the goal line. Walking behind the net. Still with it. Sauces it out to Crine. Right side. Shot there. That hit some traffic. That thing was like a screwball. Johnson out to Crine. He'll load again. Otters working him here. Here's Tilke. Tilke to Crine. Crine again. Shot and a save made by Callis. I like it. A lot of using our points. A lot of shots on. 4:27 to play in the period. We got to be careful we don't take an unsportsmanlike or anything of that. That would just be not the right thing to do. 4:27 now to go in the period. Here's Chase Johnston on the draw against Drew Peterson. Chase with the puck behind the net. Chase with it now. Out to the point. Donahue fans on it. Sends it over to Chase. Here's Chase. Shot there. That's going to be blocked. Cullen Alt after it. Sends it out to Crine. Brody will keep it in. Good job by Crine. Sends it. Picked up by Bennett Tilke. He'll flip it into the corner. Otters are playing in the offensive zone. That's what you like. Here's Bennett Tilke. Overskated it. Drew Peterson will pick it up. Near side pass and an exit here off the stick now of Michael Schmidt. He had a goal in the JV game. Our Michael Schmidt is playing for the Granite City Lumberjacks in the NA3. Cullen Alt trying to move it out. Otters trying to get out of the zone. And Alt will send it, but it goes off the skate there of number 8, Reed Hakes. Good break there for the Otters. 3:35 to play in the period. Here comes Zach Pierce. Shot. Juicy rebound. Quinn Wynn-Sheldon. Chase Johnston. And a save by Isaac Callis. He's been busy this period. Are they hitting the boards? Yeah. And so Fergus Falls now face off at their own end. Here we go. Face off to the right of Callis. Draw's going to be won here by Little Falls, but tapped back in by Brant Sherman. Otters check back up. Good play by Welly. Now it's tapped out of there by Tyler Rakowski. And an icing call against the Flyers. Good second period here for Fergus Falls. Face-off will be in the Otter end. Offensive zone here with 3:11 to play. Here on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. Or to Sherman. Shot, missed wide right of the net. Luke Warner with a good keep. And then they'll clear it out now to neutral ice. And Brant Sherman will go back after it. And here comes Otters trying to move it out. Kept in. Blocked, though, by Welly. Good job by Welly. Now right in front of the Little Falls bench here. 2:36. However, Minnesota Motor period break coming up in just a few minutes here. 2.5 minutes to play in this one in the second period. Brant Sherman just surveying the situation. Good patience by Brant, but puck comes out now to neutral ice. Good stick by Luke Warner. Puck played out to neutral. Welly. Otters, I think, are winning the physical battle here tonight. 2:13 to play. Second period. Otters with the lead here. Pass ahead. Comes out. Oh! Parker Tilke trying to get it settled down and hit one of the Little Falls Flyers players. Zender coming in. Donahue at the point. Tanner with a shot. Rebound goes into the corner. Comes over to the far side. Now, good job by Parker Tilke. Cycles it down to Luke. Luke below the goal line. Got a stick in his stomach. Good job by Zender. Here's Caden with it now. Still with the puck. Digs it out. Tried to get it out to the point. He'll get back after it. Luke will pick it up. Here's Johnson walking in. Shot! Oh, he just missed left of the net. Luke with the puck again. High slot area. Still with it. Tried to go through traffic and had to take it away. Should have got the shot off there in that high slot. Comes back the other direction. Holden wanted an assist there and played it nicely. I like that. Out to center ice. Minute 16 to play in the period. Otters send it out towards neutral. Tilke gets after it. Here's Luke Johnson. He'll gain the zone. Poke checked away from him. Picked up by Zender. Let's get some pucks on net. Shot there through traffic. Cryan will get after it. Sent down along the half wall. Parker Tilke battling. In comes Luke Johnson. Tilke and Johnson battling. Puck pops out. Here's Luke with the stick. Now Tilke. 49 seconds to go in the period. Tilke strong along the boards. Wow. Puck over to the far corner. Zender's going to go back after it. They got some cheerleaders behind the bench down there. Good fans here tonight. Here comes Remy Chisholm. Got to know where number 6 is. He's got 2 goals for the Flyers. Drop pass, just about poked away by Zender to the far side. Crine gets a stick on that one. Good job by Crine. And shot now, 19 seconds to go in the period. Let's get to the locker room here with a nice lead here. Now Zach Pierce sends it, pops out. Zender after it. Tried to get ahead to Crine. Brody will send it in. 7 seconds to go in the period. Puck out front to Pierce. Oh, and there's a shot by Donahue and a save made. I like it. Otters just peppering Isaac Callis right now. He's going to sleep good tonight. And so with 0.9 seconds left, they're going to pull the goalie out and then send Chase Johnston out there just to see if we get a face-off win here. Let's watch the clock here. Face-off. And that's the end of the period, but a good one it was for Fergus Falls. A big period here for the Otters. Wow. We'll take a break and go to our Minnesota Motor period break. Minnesota Motor Company on South Peb Lake Road. We'll come back with that after this timeout.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
Between muddy roads and dusty drives, your car takes a beating. Keep it shining with an unlimited car wash membership at Splash Express. Upgrade to the Platinum for a rust inhibitor, hot wax, and ceramic coating in one bundle. Stop by Splash Express next to Premier Meats in Fergus Falls.
Between practices, games, and late-night drives, who's got time to grocery shop? With Instacart from Service Food in Fergus Falls, order online and your groceries are ready for delivery. So you can cheer louder, not shop longer. Service Food of Fergus Falls.
Hey, we are back. Our Otter Tail Telcom scoreboards read 4-2 in favor of Fergus Falls. Let's take a look at the scoring in the second period. For the Otters, it was Brant Sherman with his 5th of the year, his 2nd of the game, and that was assisted by Luke Warner and Luke Johnson. So LW and LJ. And then the Otters get an unassisted goal from Luke Johnson at 9:21 of the period. That was Luke Johnson's 5th of the year. So goal scorers Brant Sherman with 2, Brody Crine with 1, Luke Johnson with 1, and Holden Stenstrom has stopped 12 of 14 shots. Isaac Callis has stopped 24 out of 28. That's where things stand right now. We'll take a break. come back with more on our Minnesota Motor Period Recap. And again, Minnesota Motor Company located on South Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls, one of our great sponsors of Otter Athletics. We'll hopefully talk to Isaac Young. We'll see if he comes up between the second and third periods here, but a good period of hockey for the Otters. 4-2 Otters after 2.
Your holiday gift guide has arrived at the Minnesota Motor Company. Now through December 27th, purchase a full set of GM floor liners or schedule a complete vehicle detail and get a $100 car wash gift card. Looking for a deal on car washes? Purchase a $100 car wash gift card and get $20 free. They have a gift for all the drivers on your list.
Minnesota Motor.
South Pebble Lake Road, Fergus Falls.
Here's to a great season for all our favorite high school athletes. American Legion is a favorite too and serves up everyone's favorite barbecued ribs. American Legion of Fergus Falls, open each Wednesday through Saturday on Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls.
Mark Johnson back with you between the second and third periods. Otters lead it by a score of 4-2 right now on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. And let's run through the scoring in this one. Little Falls at 11:35 of the first period, fourth of the year. Fergus Falls at 11:35, fourth of the year for Brant Sherman, assisted by Parker Tilke and Caden Zender. And the Little Falls with two shorthanded goals, both by Isaac Callis, one at 14:32, and assisted by Mason Othout, and then at one at 15:19, assisted by number 27, Tyler Rakowski. And then they took a penalty after that, a roughing call after the goal. So the Otters go on a power play, and Brody Crine gets his second of the year, assisted by Luke Johnson and also by Tanner Donahue. That was a power play goal. A big thing that happened in that second period, the Otters killed off a 5-on-3, and it was about a minute and 40 or so of 5-on-3 hockey. That gave them, I think, a boost in momentum, kind of killed some of the momentum of the Flyers. And then at 7 minutes of the period, Brant Sherman gets his fifth of the year, assisted by Luke Warner and Luke Johnson. Made it 3-2, and then Luke Johnson gets an unassisted goal at 9:21. He gets his fifth of the year. Wow, exciting one here tonight. Tomorrow on AM 1250 KBRF, Coach's Show will be at 8 a.m. Craig Olson. That'll also be streamed on the Fergus Now app, or go to YouTube and just search for KBRF Radio. And then at 1 o'clock, we'll drop the puck as East Grand Forks comes to town, the Green Wave, to take on the Lady Otters. Hopefully they can avenge the loss from a week ago Friday night, 1 week ago from tonight, and get her done. And then we'll have, kind of a break here with Christmas. And then it'll be the Christmas tournaments, Otter boys hockey starting on the 29th, and girls basketball and boys basketball. Jason Retzlaff will have those games here from Fergus Falls. So we'll have those tournaments Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So a lot going on here during this stretch. We'll take another break as the Zamboni is doing its laps right now. The Otters lead at 4-2 on the Park Region scoreboard. Park Region, service beyond the connection.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Lake Region Healthcare joins you in shouting loud, cheering strong, and jumping for joy. Keeping our community healthy and spirited is the top priority at Lake Region Healthcare.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Otters Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Otters Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
Hi, I'm Heather Hickman, Executive Director for LB Homes in Fergus Falls. Seasons may change, but one truth remains: our compassionate, Christ-centered care at LB Browen Home. For over a century, we have served as His hands and feet. Every resident is welcomed as family, embraced with the dignity and kindness that Christ calls us to share. So whether you are seeking peace of mind or a trusted home for a loved one, you'll find it here. LB Browen Home, rooted in faith, serving with compassion, trusted for generations.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
For over 50 years, Otter Tail Coaches has safely carried kids to school, to games, and back home again. Trusted by generations, they're proud to serve Fergus Falls and the surrounding area. Otter Tail Coaches, safety, service, and dependability.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles to Quality Toyota to get a great deal, and we've done it 13 times.
Quality Toyota.
Welcome back to the Fergus Falls Community Ice Arena. The Otters lead it 4-2. Out shooting Little Falls right now 28-14 here through 2 periods, but we still have another period of hockey. I think a key to this third period, too, is just I think Little Falls is going to come out and throw the body around. We just got to stay calm and not take any, I call dumb penalties or just kind of any retaliation. We just kind of just keep playing the hockey game. Little Falls with 2 penalties so far. The Otters with 2, and that was at 5-on-3, where we're in the box 5-on-3 for about a minute 38 or minute 40 or so. But a big kill for that. Holden Stenstrom and then the rest of the penalty killers did a great job at that, because a lot of times those 5-on-3s are very, very, very hard to defend. There's no question about it. But Stenstrom's played great, stopping 12 of 14. Isaac Callis, he stopped so far 24 of 28. And that's where things stand right now. Again, Zamboni doing its work here, finishing up, and we'll get things started here after a bit. Again, tomorrow we'll have Lady Otter hockey on the air as the Otters will take on East Grand Forks. The Green Wave will come to town for a 1 o'clock game, and it will pregame show will start at 12:45. And don't forget to listen to Craig Olson tomorrow morning on the Coaches Show. Coaches Show live from the KBRF studios with Fergus Falls and Hillcrest and other area coaches. So it's kind of my routine on Saturday mornings, get up and have a cup of coffee and enjoy the Coaches Show before we get Saturday rolling. So good crowd here tonight. An exciting game here for the Otters. We're going to take one more break before we drop the puck on period number 3.
La 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 la, fabulous savings have arrived at Minnesota Motor Company in Fergus Falls. The Chevy Red Tag sales event continues on select Chevy Equinox, Chevy Trailblazer, and Chevy Silverado vehicles, where you can take advantage of substantial discounts or 0% APR for 36 months for well-qualified buyers. Contact the sales team at Minnesota Motor Company for details. Chevy, together let's drive.
Minnesota, Minnesota Motor.
South Pebble Lake Road, Fergus Falls.
Make OSPTI your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls and Breckenridge. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
Between practices, games, and late-night drives, who's got time to grocery shop? With Instacart from Service Food in Fergus Falls, order online and your groceries are ready for delivery. So you can cheer louder, not shop longer. Service Food of Fergus Falls.
Need custom tees, hats, or uniforms? Let Lake Country Graphics bring your brand to life with top-quality screen printing and embroidery. Located on North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027 today.
Here's to a great season for all our favorite high school athletes. American Legion is a favorite too and serves up everyone's favorite barbecued ribs. American Legion of Fergus Falls, open each Wednesday through Saturday on Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls.
We're allowing 1-0. They have these Christmas uniforms. Hey, we're back here at the Fergus Falls Community Ice Arena. The Otters lead it by a score of 4-2. 2 goals from Brant Sherman, 1 from Brody Crine, 1 from Luke Johnson, and that's where things stand right now. So 4-2 is our score here on the Park Region scoreboard. The ice is done, and it's just about ready to get things rolling here on period number 3. Really fun game here tonight, and a lot of the buddies of the Otters, a lot of guys standing down along behind the goal line, and having a lot of fun here. So, but I think we might be in for a pretty exciting third period here. So we got 17 minutes of hockey play here. Got to come out, boy. The Otters can jump one, get one in here quick, but they already put 4 up on Isaac Callis, one of the top goaltenders here in the state of Minnesota for his age group, and very good. Holden Stenstrom's done great as well. Holden really continued to put in the time in the summer and the fall, and playing really well here tonight. So Friday night ice here. Again, tomorrow the Lady Otters will be here at 1 o'clock, take on the East Grand Forks Green Wave. And that game will be on Real Rock, or no, that'll be on KBRF tomorrow. And that'll be also streamed on Fergus Now app or on the KBRF YouTube channel. Just go down and download that Fergus Now app. You can get all kinds of stuff on there. And hit the sports stream, and kind of away you go there. So, all right, here we go. Second period set to go. Look forward to this one here. And again, I think it's going to be a physical third period. No question about that. Face off here at center ice. And we're going to get her going here. Luke Johnson, Caden Zender, and Parker Tilke. Remy Chisholm, Mason Othout, and Griffin Kozak. Defensively, the Otters with Tanner Donahue and Brody Crine. And it's Wilmus and Schmigdahl for Little Falls. The puck goes up and out of play off the face-off. So they'll bring it. They'll get a new puck from the scorer table. And face-off will be right below us here. And Luke Johnson will take the draw here against Mason Othout. Face-off won by I'd say the Otters there. It goes into the zone of the Flyers. Otters will keep the forecheck on. They drop it behind the net. It's picked up there by Kyler Schmigdahl. Now Crine will carry it. And Zender will pick it up and try to move it in over the line. And then the puck played in over the line, and the Otters have to check back up. Near side pass to Kozak. Kozak drops it for Remy Chisholm. Shot there, save made, juicy rebound. Good job by Zender, just getting it clear in the zone. The rebound came out kind of hot. Now they'll stretch the ice back. Grant Sherman. Now puck picked up by Well. He taps it forward to Quinn Wynn Sheldon. Quinn bumps his man off the puck. Zach Pierce on as well. Defensively, Brant Sherman and Luke Warner, who has an assist tonight. Puck over to the near side. Brant Sherman will send it back over the line. And a good hit by Welly. He finished his check there on Liam Toma. Welly will send it in. Good job by the Otters' second line. And here comes Chase Johnston out to join his line mates. Near side pass. Liam Toma sent the length of the ice. Good hit right below us. And he had his hand up here, but he waved it off. So Ryan had his hand up. Ryan Nelson chipped out near side. Chase Johnson up the left side with speed. Still on the puck. Puck taken away there by Kyler Schmigdahl. And now Little Falls will break it out. Defenseman Kyler Schmigdahl joins the rush. 3-on-2. Good poke check by Crine. Good stick by Brody. He's had a really good game here tonight. Now here's Donahue. Oh, tried to get a pass from Alt. Picked up by Chase Johnson. He's hit right below us. Tanner Donahue will chip it in. He'll go after it along with Bennett Tilke. Puck comes out to neutral ice. Near side pass. Picked up. Chase Johnson will backhand it in. Alt pops back out to neutral. Here comes Little Falls. Crine after it, though. Good stick by Brody once again. Brody rings the boards. Good job. Good stick by Crine. Here's Dick with a puck over to the far side. Picked up. Here now and just flung back out. Picked up. Here come the Flyers. Back in on the zone. Caden Zender. Good escape by Caden. Caden tries to stretch the ice. Still right below the Otter bench. Picked up now by Luke Warner. Let's go north-south, boys. Here we go. Here's Warner with a puck. Sauce pass, but it's kicked and picked up by Remy Chisholm. Luke Johnson will come back and get it. Poke checked away from him. Chisholm sends it out front. Now Zender will scoop it off the boards. Tap forward by Parker Tilke. Here's Parker towards the zone. Tilke near side to Sherman, but it's going to come out to neutral ice. Sent back in. Otters will get a change here. On comes Hunter Welly. Zach Pierce on. And Sheldon. Sent over the line by Mason Olthout. And sent back out to neutral, and back after it defensively is Dawson Carr. And here comes Little Falls back the other direction. Remy Chisholm through traffic. Gains the zone. Puck goes into the corner. Now to the near side. Quinn Wynn Sheldon after it. Pops out high. Shot there and a save made. We're going to have a penalty behind the play. A cross check. And is this going to be on Little Falls here? I didn't. A cross check on the Flyers. And number 6, Remy Chisholm, is going to go into the box. And the time of this goal is penalty is going to be at 3:58. Little Falls wins the draw. They'll send it back into the outer end. Luke Warner, Brant Sherman, Chase Johnston, Zach Pierce, and Quinn Sheldon. Pass to the near side. Chase Johnson will bring it up. He'll gain the zone. Sends one into the shin pads, though, of number 23, Brady Dick. Now in the corner with it. Chase Johnston out to Sherman. Brant looking for a shooting lane. Quinn Wynn Sheldon taking up space in front of the net, doing a good job out front. Little Falls tries to clear it and then pops back out to neutral. Here with 12:23 to play in the period. Otters on the power play here. Near side, Chase Johnson right below us. They'll gain the zone. Here's Chase with the puck. Locks, shoots, save made. Another shot. That's going to be blocked. And it's going to be cleared out of there. The Otters will have 50 seconds left in the one-man advantage here. Here's Luke Johnson with a puck now for the Otters. Luke will skate it up. There we go. There's Zender with it. Back to Luke on the far boards. Here's Johnson with a puck. Sends it in. After it is Caden Zender. Otters are going to get set up here. Sends it out now to Crine. Brody Crine. Shot there in traffic. Blocked and then cleared out of there. 11 and a half minutes to play. Tanner Donahue will go back after it and pick it up. Donahue skated up. Good pass to Zender. Rink wide to Brody Crine. Crine will gain the zone. Brody lifts one in on Callis, and Callis will make the save. 11:14 to play here on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. So 13 seconds left in this power play opportunity for the Otters. Luke Johnson will take the draw against Mason Olthout. And Little Falls wins the draw. They'll lift it out. That'll do it. So 10 seconds left in the one-man advantage. Otters lead it 4-2 here. 11:05 to play. Here's Zender. Caden Zender off to Crine. Here comes Zender. He'll gain the zone. Zender walking in. Fans on it. Still with the puck. Picks it back up. Now back behind the goal line. Mason Olthout up the left side. Otters lead it 4-2. 10:45 to play. Olthout into the zone. Fans on the pass attempt there. Puck behind the net. In traffic. Shot to save made and a goal. Holden made the save and then it finds the back of the net. And it's going to be number 22 Griffin Kozak's first of the year. 4-3. Time of this goal is going to be 6:24. What happened there, David? Yeah. Okay, all right. All right, so Kozak's first goal. Chisholm with an assist and Mason Outhout with an assist. And it's 4-3 here on the Park Region scoreboard. We got a lot of game to play here. Quinn wins Sheldon at neutral. Chip back out, kept in. Good job by Sheldon. Rips it, goes over to the far side. Warner tried to keep it in. Here comes Labeck. Labeck in on goal. Shot. And a save made by Stenstrom. Let's take a look at that one once again. Those are able to watch it on the stream. And, boy, we pinched a little and they chipped it up. And a nice save made here by Stenstrom. He came out to challenge number 21, Brandon Labeck. 10:09 to play. Otters lead at 4-3. Otters win the draw. They'll ring the boards. And it's going to be a little too far for Quinn wins Sheldon. So an icing call here against the Otters. So 4-3 is our score here on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. Running Stitches Embroidery, one of our sponsors. The local choice for embroidery and screen printing in Fergus Falls. Running Stitches Embroidery. The Otters are going to win the draw. Luke Warner will send it to the far side, but it's picked up by Brandon Labeck. Centering pass out front. Tip there. And a shot blocked there, and it comes out now to neutral ice. Otters got to lock down defensively here. Benetilke on along with Chase Johnston. And Cullen out. Puck behind the net. Little fall. Centers it out front. Shot there. Blocked. Went off Brant Sherman. Up and out of play. Little Fall's kind of grinding now. Over in the corner. Brandon Labeck with a puck. And the Flyers trying to center it, but it's going to pop out to neutral ice. Played back in. Flyers have to check up. Free pass for the Otters. Let's turn and burn here. Here's Brant Sherman. Gets somebody to bite. He'll skate it out. Right side pass for Benetilke. Benetilke tripped up. No call. Fans want a call. Here comes Mason Outhout. Mason Outhout leans in. Short side. Save made by Stenstrom. Puck out to the point. Picked up by the Flyers. Outhout will send it behind the net. Brant Sherman trying to get over here to Cullen out. Now it's picked up by Chase Johnston. Chase will gain the zone. Gives it off down to Crine. Crine with a shot. That missed low right on the net. Good low shot on the ice. Johnston will send it back in. Parker Tilke is on. They just about turn it over. Front of the net. But here comes Remy Chisholm. He's got 2 goals tonight. Walks in. Pass on the near side. Picked pocket here by Crine. Another nice defensive play by Brody Crine. Chase Johnston sends it over to the far side. Little interference there on Zender. Remy Chisholm still with the puck. He'll send it into the outer offensive or D zone. They'll change, so we'll get a mismatch here. First line against the third line here. Here comes Brody Crine. Let's go, boys. Crine over the line. He's got a goal tonight. Crine still with the puck. Sends it below the goal line. And now out with the puck comes Reed Hakes. He'll chip it. Good job by Zender tapping that one. Flung. Nobody home there. Picked up by Hakes. Sent back in. 7:42 to play and an icing call on Little Falls. Icing. $7:41 to play. And the Otters lead it 4-3 here now. There's it. $4-3, Otters lead it. Here's the draw. Otters going to win it. Sheldon. But they turn it over. Labeck, Brandon Labeck. Right side. Sent in. And holding on to the head of Luke Warner. 7:31 to play in the game. Otters lead it 4-3. See if the Otters can get one here. We need one here. Get that. Luke Warner sent it back. Is trying to go D to D, but it was tipped, and then goaltender Stenstrom gets on top of it. .7:27 to play here. Otters lead it 4-3 on the Park Region scoreboard. Off the face-off. Quick shot. Save made by Stenstrom. That was a hard shot there by Tome. Good hard shot by Liam Tome. Face-off to the right of Stenstrom. Tapped over in the corner. Picked up by Tome. Toma. Out high. Shot there. Tip. Good job by Hunter Welly tying his man up on the back door. And here comes Brant Sherman. He's got a pair of goals in the game. Tried to clear it out. Brant will pick it up. That's poke checked away. There's a 2-on-1. Back the other direction. And Sherman gets a stick on it. Now Luke Johnson back the other direction. Here's Luke up the left side into the zone. Had the puck taken away. Goes over to the far side. Now played out to neutral ice. And then sent in. Johnson will go on the forecheck. Far side, Zender will join him. Puck out to neutral ice and away with it now. Comes Kozak, who had the last goal for the Flyers. Kozak. Luke Johnson will take it away, gives it up to Zender. Zender will chip it, comes out to neutral ice to Kyler Schmigdahl. Luke Johnson gets off. Chase Johnson comes on, turnover, pass down low. Tilke in traffic. Zender to Tilke, a little playmaking there. Good play there. Now to the far side with it now the Flyers trying to move it out of their own end. To neutral. Caden Zender trying to tap it and get a. He's brought down in front of the outer bench, sent in behind Stenstrom. Holden will send it over now to Tilke. He'll ring the boards to the near side. Nobody home there except for Mason Othout. Chase Johnston. Puck out front. Good job by Crine. He's been good there tonight with that stick, boy. Brody Crine. Right side, he'll send it in. Calling all on the forecheck. Chase Johnston as well. Far side, Luke Warner comes in, just about kept it in. They'll give it back to Sherman. Brant had to Cullen out. Cullen sends it into the far corner. Chase Johnston after it, comes to the near side. Bennett Tilke will go after it along with Cullen out. 3-car pile up over on the near boards. Back behind the goal line, Chase Johnson with the puck. Now Remy Chesum, he'll just send it out to neutral ice. And they'll wave the icing off. The puck didn't have enough juice. Sent out near side. Cullen Alt to Chase Johnston. Chase gets it over to Benny Tilke. Chase. Tilke sends it in. Here comes Sheldon and Zach Pierce on now for the Otters. In traffic. Chase Johnston brought down, chipped off the glass. Kept in by Luke Warner. Just keep that puck deep. Keep short shifts. Good forecheck here by Quinn Wynn. Sends it out to Brant Sherman. Sherman out high. Sends one, and Isaac Callis with the save. With 4:38 to play in the hockey game and a 4-3 Otter lead. 2-2 after 2, 4-2 after 2-2 after 2, pardon me, and then 4-2 after 2, and now 4-3. And the face-off will be Hunter Welly here against Creedon Schmigdahl. Little Falls are going to win the draw. Comes back to Reed Hakes, far side, now to neutral ice. Brody Crine is there. Crine will send it in. And it's picked up now by Brady Dick over to the far sideline. Zach Pierce was coming in hard there on Peyton Carr, and he wanted nothing to do with Zach. Sent back behind the goal line. Crine after it. Tanner Donahue. Puck in the corner. To Peyton Carr. Comes out high. Shot there. That's blocked. Comes to the near side. Quinn Wynn will try to put a hit on his man. Tanner Donahue will settle it down. Send it out to Sheldon. Sheldon tried to get his head man pass to Welly. And back the other direction. Here comes Remy Chisholm. Chisholm with a puck. In the corner. Flings it through the slot. But it comes over to the far side of Mason Othout. Mason Othout. Parker Tilke comes in to help. Crine battling below the goal line. Pops out into the slot. Or to the far side. We're getting worked right now. Kozak near side. Reed Hakes. Good block by Sheldon. Hakes is going to get it back. Send one on, and Stenstrom makes a save. We needed a change badly Sometimes you just get pinned and there's nothing you can do. And so the face-off will be in the Otter defensive zone. Parker Tilke, Luke Johnson, and Caden Zender. Otter's going to win the draw. Luke Warner with a puck, sends it back. Now they reverse it, but it's going to come out and picked up by Brant Sherman. Chipped out towards neutral, tapped. No icing. This guy always waves them off. When it's going our direction, I love it. Otters on the forecheck, behind the net. Parker Tilke, short side. Puck is down. Here's Luke in the corner. Absorbs a check, still with the puck. He'll escape, gives it to Caden Zender, plays over to the far side. Tilke's going to head after it. Sends it out to the point, but it's a turnover. Here comes Remy Chisholm. Remy Chisholm walking in. Shot, save made by Stenstrom. Oh my! Wow! Big save by Stenstrom. Here comes Luke Johnson the other direction. Johnson will gain the zone. In the corner. In comes Zender. Mason Othout. Zender on the back check. Here comes the Flyers once again. Kyler Schmigdahl gains the zone. 2:27 to play. Shot save made Stenstrom. Keep an eye on goaltender Isaac Callis. And here comes Zender. He'll send it, and the Otters get a change, which they needed with 2:15 to play. Will not be a terrible time for a timeout here. So, yeah, Remy Chisholm's got 2 goals in the game. The Otters get 2 from Brant Sherman, 1 from Brody Crine, and 1 from Luke Johnson. Face-off is going to be won by the Otters. Here's Brody with it. Brings it over to the far side to Zach Pierce. Otters can't take any chances now. Just got to kind of lock down here. Tanner Donahue after it. Keep an eye on Isaac Callis when he gets down close to him. Good job by Tanner on the escape. He'll chip it and get the puck out to neutral ice. Puck in over the line. Crine to Pierce. They got to check back up. Just waste some time. Good job by Donahue, just pulling it back. Playing it back to Crine. And they'll send it out to neutral. Picked up by Quinn Wynn Sheldon momentarily. Away with it now. Comes Kyler Schmigdahl. Puck right below us here. Luke Johnson is on, as is Parker Tilke. Luke with a good play, tried to get it forward. 1:21 to play. Left side pass. Goalie's gone. Isaac Callis has left the net. 6 attackers on. In the slot, and a fanned-on shot there by Liam Toma. Quick shot. Stenstrom picks the stick up. He lost it. 1:04 to play. Puck down in the corner. Puck behind the net. Good battle there. Luke Johnson wins the battle. He'll circle it back. Gives it over to Quinn Wynn. Puck near. Luke will chip it out. Goes over to the far side. 48 seconds to go. Little Falls will gain the zone. Sent into Tanner Donahue. Tanner will send the puck. And an icing call with 39.6 seconds to go. So 39.6 seconds to go. Face off in the Otter D zone. Here, yeah, I would. And then,
timeout, Little Falls.
So the Flyers take a timeout. This timeout brought to you by Lake Region Healthcare. We'll come back right after this for the big finish.
Your holiday gift guide has arrived at the Minnesota Motor Company. Now through December 27th, purchase a full set of GM floor liners or schedule a complete vehicle detail and get a $100 car wash gift card. Looking for a deal on car washes? Purchase a $100 car wash gift card and get $20 free. They have a gift for all the drivers on your list.
Minnesota Motor.
South Pebble Lake Road, Fergus Falls.
Here's to a great season for all our favorite high school athletes. American Legion is a favorite too and serves up everyone's favorite barbecued ribs. American Legion of Fergus Falls, open each Wednesday through Saturday on Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls.
Hey, we're back here, 39.6 seconds to go. Again, our timeout brought to you by Lake Region Healthcare. Appreciate their sponsorship as well. Let's set the table here. Now, the Otters are faced with an empty net. So it's a 6-on-5. So again, 4-3 is our score. There you have it. 4-3 is our score. And Face-off will be to the right, or the left of Holden Stenstrom. Got to win the draw here. Luke Johnson here will take the draw against Mason Othout. Let's go, boys. Oh, Little Falls hitting their sticks on the board. Otters are going to win the draw off the face-off. Sent, but not out. Good job here. Otters trying to buck loose in the slot. Good job. Here's Luke Johnson with it now. Trying to move it out. Pinned up along the boards. Sherman comes in to help. Puck behind the net. Little Falls still pressing. 22 seconds to play. Block shots. Get in passing lanes. Quick shot through traffic to the near side. 15 seconds to play. Good check. Someone's got to hold somebody against the boards. Over to the left side. Remy Chisholm. Back door. Oh, they missed an open net. 6 seconds to go. Caden Zender will ice the puck with 2.4 seconds to go. And my goodness. Oh, Holden Stenstrom's taking a deep breath. They had the possible back door there and an opportunity to tie it. 2.4 left. Tie him up, Luke. Just tie him up. Luke Johnson against Othout. And the Otters win the draw. That's the hockey game. The Otters win it 4-3 on the Park Region scoreboard. Oh, what in the world? We got people going after each other at the end of the game. So the Otters win it 32-24. That's your final score. The rivalry is back. We haven't played Little Falls in the section game for about 6 years. The Otters win it 4-3 here on the Park Region telephone scoreboard. What a game it was. We'll take a break and come back with our post-game show.
Your holiday gift guide has arrived at the Minnesota Motor Company. Now through December 27th, purchase a full set of GM floor liners or schedule a complete vehicle detail and get a $100 car wash gift card. Looking for a deal on car washes? Purchase a $100 car wash gift card and get $20 free. They have a gift for all the drivers on your list.
Minnesota, Minnesota Motor.
South Pebble Lake Road, Fergus Falls.
Here's to a great season for all our favorite high school athletes. American Legion is a favorite too and serves up everyone's favorite barbecued ribs. American Legion of Fergus Falls, open each Wednesday through Saturday on Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls.
Oh, we're back here, and I love this. So after the games, the guys will get together and pray together, even after a hard-fought game like that. So they do that pretty regularly, and a lot of these guys know each other too from summer hockey and play each other in youth hockey. But what a game it was. The Otters win it by a score of 4-3. Let's get to our scoring summary as our post-game show begins right now. And during our post-game show, we'll also name our Quality Toyota Quality Play of the Game, brought to you by Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics. All right, in the first period, Fergus Falls scores at 11:35 of the period. It is the fourth of the year for Brant Sherman, assisted by Parker Tilke and Caden Zender. Then Little Falls gets two shorthanded goals within a period of just about 90 seconds. And it was at 14:32 of the period, Remy Chisholm with his fifth of the year, assisted by Mason Othout. And then at 15:19 of the period, it was the sixth of the year, second of the game for Remy Chisholm. And that was assisted by Tyler Rakowski. And that's your quality. With that, it's 2-1 at this point. And then the Otters tie it up late in the period at 16:22 of the period. Second of the year for Brody Crine, a power play goal. Brody had an excellent game tonight, played great defensively too, and he also a big part of the penalty kill here, but 20 for a second of the year for Crine, assisted by Luke Johnson and by number 15, Tanner Donahue. That was a power play goal. And then Fergus Falls adds another one, and this is an even strength goal, 7 minutes into the period, and it was the fifth of the year. Second of the game for Brant Sherman, assist going to Luke Warner and Luke Johnson. And then Luke Johnson gets an unassisted goal about 2 minutes and 21 seconds later, and that is his fifth of the year, made it 4-2. And that would turn out to be the game winner here tonight as the Flyers tie it up in the third period at 6:24 of the third period, and it is a even strength goal. First of his career, Griffin Kozak, assisted by Mason Othout and also by Remington Chisholm. So he had a pretty big game here tonight. Remington Chisholm had 3 points. Luke Johnson had a 3-point night. Brant Sherman had a nice night with a pair of points. And then other assists for the Otters, Zender, Donahue, and Parker Tilke, and Luke Warner. So a really complete hockey game here all the way around. We'll talk to Otter head coach Mike Donahue in our pregame show as we continue here. We'll do that after this break.
Hi, I'm Heather Hickman, Executive Director for LB Homes in Fergus Falls. Seasons may change, but one truth remains: our compassionate, Christ-centered care at LB Browen Home. For over a century, we have served as His hands and feet. Every resident is welcomed as family, embraced with the dignity and kindness that Christ calls us to share. So whether you are seeking peace of mind or a trusted home for a loved one, you'll find it here. LB Browen Home, rooted in faith, serving with compassion, trusted for generations.
Where to eat, the ultimate culinary adventure, from signature dishes to chef recommendations.
As your food review professionals, you can find us at KBRFradio.com, the Fergus Now app, and on YouTube.
Tune in every first Friday of the month for new episodes.
Check us out, and we'll show you where to eat.
Remind Billy tomorrow that's here.
Hey, we're back here. The Otters win it by a score of 4-3. Shots on goal in the game. The Otters with 32. Callis makes 28 saves. And Little Falls with 24 shots on goal, so 21 saves here for Otter goaltender Holden Stenstrom. Had another excellent game. He had a couple big saves in the third period. The Otters dodge a bullet on the 6-on-5 at the end of the game, where the Flyers just about put one in the back of the net. And, man, it was an exciting one. Again, tomorrow we'll have Lady Otter hockey on the air. That'll be at 1 o'clock. Pregame show at 12:45 as the Otters take on the East Grand Forks Green Wave. And, again, that's on AM 1250 KBRF and also streamed on the KBRF Radio YouTube channel and on the Fergus Now app. So a good win here for the Otters. And Fergus Falls now will take on Albert Lee. We got a break here. We had about 10 days, with the Christmas break coming up. Little Falls will play next Tuesday against a good Monticello team at Exchange Arena in Little Falls. Head coach Mike Donahue making his way up to the broadcast booth. Again, our game site engineer, Dave Neese. There he is. So wearing that Packer hat, but you got a wild jersey on though, Dave. I got to hand you that. I said when he came to the game, if he had a North Star hat and a Wild jersey, you'd have it going on. So,
good view on it.
Yeah. But thanks, Dave. He does a great job. Head coach Mike Donahue is here, and I'm going to hand you a microphone, Mike.
Oh, boy. It's
yeah,
different tonight.
Yeah, a little different here tonight. So, okay. So, anyhow, Mike, let's talk about this one. How's your heartbeat right now?
It's coming down a little bit.
It's coming down.
After that open net. Oh, my.
Yeah. They had an opportunity on that 6-on-5, didn't they?
Tremendous play finding that guy back door. And I thought Holdy had knocked the net off anyways, I felt. But I don't think the referee saw that. And sometimes things work out how they do.
Yeah, they sure do. And so, Mike, again, we knew this would be a tough game and two similar teams. We talked about that in the pregame show with two good goalies. But that first goal we got was the type of goal you get against a guy like Isaac Callis, isn't it? Brant, he's offensive. He's got his 5 goals now, 2 tonight. But a shot from Zender, and he's right there to pound it in.
Yeah, that's kind of our game plan. We had to get pucks into the net, get bodies to net, and hopefully, find a way to get one past them. And that sure gave us life. That was a great opportunity, and being able to score at that point of that hockey game was huge.
It was. And then I don't know if I remember 2 shorthanded goals within about 1:30, and that was I know my blood pressure was high. We both have kids that play too, but that was just a weird turn of events, wasn't it?
Well, I told him after the game, I said there's not many times you win a hockey game giving up 2 shorthanded goals like that. So
yeah.
But they credit our guys. That could have been a real tough situation on us. But they showed some resilience. They were able to kind of fight through that tough stretch on that time, and it was just a couple bad bounces, and of course when it happened, it had ended up on number 6's stick. So he did a good job finishing.
Yeah, he's a good player too. And then at 16-22, and Brody had a really good game. Good stick in the D zone in particular, but he got his second of the year from Tanner and Luke. But a power play going, we really needed that one, didn't we? That was huge going into the period.
Well, it was. We had a 5-on-3 opportunity. You're up 1-0. Instead of going up 2-0, you're down 2-1 with the two shorties. And, I thought over that stretch, we had chances to shoot the puck on the power play, and we just didn't do it. I thought we had 3 or 4 clear lanes right to the net that we passed up those opportunities. And who knows what would happen. Eventually the thing gets turned over, and then you give up a shorthanded goal. But you look at Brody's, for example, he's just on the wall. We talk, get pucks to the net. He does it, scores the second power play goal.
And that was what I was talking, thinking about that. But getting 3 goals from the blue line, some of your older guys, that was huge tonight, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. But that's, I think, a credit to our forwards as well.
Using the points. Yep.
That second period was huge for us. They came out, we executed a lot of things we talked about at their intermission, and as our forwards were able to get the puck in, they were behind their D, they were able to get to work, and that sucked their forwards way down. That opened up our D, and that created offense for us, and our D did a great job getting pucks through. We had very few pucks blocked. There might have been some deep, but the whole key is getting the puck past that first layer of defenders, and if you can get it past that first layer, then typically something good will happen, and we're able to just sustain some good pressure from that.
We did in that second period. We outshot them, in that period, and then Brandt gets a nice goal. Luke wins the face-off, or gets it to Luke Warner. He goes D to D, and it's 3-2, and then Luke gets a kind of wheels around, kind of like Mike DeBrito used to do, and beats Isaac Callis. And I tell you, we beat a good goaltender tonight too.
Absolutely, and we kind of plinkled, I think, that one in. But if you can create some disruption and some distractions in front of the net, our guys did a good job getting to that, taking his eyes away. And even if you don't take his whole eyes away, if you're going hard to the net, he's got to honor and respect that. And you can kind of sometimes knock a good goaltender, put him back on his heels a little bit, and I feel like second period we were able to do that.
Yeah, it sure seemed like we had the momentum there. And then we play a kind of a scoreless third period until 6:24 in, and they get a goal. This Kozak gets his first of the year, and then we just kind of grinded out, didn't we? We finished the game, and Holdy made some big saves tonight too, and some key opportunities too. I remember one in particular, someone was in tight. I don't know if that was in the third or second. I think it was early in the third, but talk about Holden's play tonight.
Yeah, he's a guy we lean on, we look to. Big moments. He's been a guy that has a lot more experience than some of these other ones, and we know we can lean on him, and he loves the moment. I don't know that he gets shook up. I don't know that he gets rattled in there, and what better guy to have in the net for your hockey team.
And we talked about Parker in the pregame show, but it sure is great having a senior, big, strong, power forward out there too, isn't it? It really helps that first line too, and our whole team.
Yeah, it is. It's just his puck skills, his stick skills that he brings a little fire to the team. He kind of showed that at the end of the game, and I just told him, I said, it's done, it's over, get away, play until the end of the game, and whatever it is at that point. So it's good. It's good to have that little intensity. You need someone with a little edge on your team all the time, and he brings some skill and brings some edge.
And Mike, going into the break now, this is a good win for us, isn't it? Too. We needed this one. We played a good game against Sauk, but yeah.
We're playing some good hockey. We keep getting better. What I told the guys after the game, I said it's hard to win, and you need to learn how to win. It doesn't just happen. It's taking care of the details. It's coaches put time in, put a game plan together, watch film. We get our team together, and it's hard to carry out all those details for 51 minutes. There's a lot of things that go on, but the more we can listen and buy into those things, and it's a process. Winning is a process. It's easy to lose. Anybody can go through that and turn a few pucks over and whatever, and we were almost there. But learning to make those plays at the clutch times, like we needed to do at the end of the game, that's hard. That's difficult, and really proud of our guys for being able to find a way to pull this one out.
Yeah, fun night. And then we got the Christmas holiday tournament coming up. Albert Lee, and Shanley, and Breckwap. That's going to be a great time, isn't it?
I think it's going to be a great tournament. Shanley's got some really nice players. We saw them in some scrimmages. Albert Lee's been playing some good hockey. I know last year they had some nice skill on their team, and Breckwap just coming over from 210. We another going to be another section game. This was our first section game of the year, so it was great to have that outcome. But we've got a lot more to look forward to.
And the rivalry's back, isn't it?
No, you could feel it at the end. And talking to Coach Anowski after the game, it felt good to have that rivalry back with Little Falls, and it was a shame that it ever went away. But sure made a great atmosphere and a lot of fun, I think, for both hockey teams tonight.
Yeah, it was really fun having the fans down on the boards too, wasn't it? It gave us some juice in that end of the ring.
Oh, it sure did.
All right, good win, Mike.
All right, thanks, Mark.
All right, Mike Donahue, head coach of the Otters. They win it by a score of 4-3. It's now time to name our Quality Toyota Quality Player of the Game, brought to you by Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics. For screen printing and embroidery and custom apparel, the best in personal service around, contact Lake Country Graphics at 1223 North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls, or call them at 998-4027. So our Quality Player of the Game tonight is going to be junior defenseman Brody Crine. He had a goal in the game, that goal that tied it up after the two shorthanded goals, but he was good with the stick in the D zone, made good decisions with the puck, and we're going back on the blue line tonight. Again, Brant Sherman had a pair of goals tonight. Luke Johnson had a goal and 2 assists. Caden Zender with an assist. Parker Tilke with an assist. Luke Warner with a great game and an assist tonight as well. So the Otters win it by a score of 4-3. Tomorrow it will be Fergus Falls, the Lady Otters, taking on the Green Wave, and we'll have that game for you on AM 1250 KBRF, and that will be a 1 o'clock start with a 12:45 pregame show. That'll do it for me, Mark Johnson. Thanks to Dave Bishop, our game site engineer. Everybody have a good rest of the weekend.
Thank you for joining us for a special KBRF Sports video streaming presentation. Today's game is brought to you by the Minnesota Motor Company and your Minnesota Motor Company halftime show, Lake Region Healthcare and your Lake Region Healthcare timeout, Park Region and your Park Region scoreboard, Nelson Auto Center and your Nelson starting lineups, Quality Toyota and your Quality Toyota player of the game, the Viking Cafe and the Viking Cafe keys to the game, Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapies Incorporated, Fergus Falls Monument, Otter Tail Coaches, Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's, FM Bank, Service Food, Ugsted Plumbing and Heating, Splash Express, American Legion Post number 30 of Fergus Falls, Lake Country Graphics, LB Homes, and by Running Stitches Embroidery. We hope you enjoyed this KBRF video sports streaming presentation. You can see this game and others by going to KBRFradio.com, clicking on sports streaming, the KBRF Radio YouTube